now live. Hello?
Are we live? Can you hear us? I don't know. We are here.
I've never done this before.
The
I just got a notification that the Sister Sanditon
we started a live video. Yes, we did.
I guess we
Hello. We are the Sisters Sanditon. We are trying something new. We are not as technically savvy as we would like to be.
No.
We are trying a live because we're, as you all know, we will be here live again next Friday. So a week and a day from today.
And we're going to be old pros at it by that time.
Yes.
But we thought we would just get on here just to make sure that we're doing it correctly. Please, if you see us, comment and say, we're here, we see you.
Yes, please like or comment. I don't even know what. Would you like anything?
No, you don't
I don't know anything about Instagram. I should have been born
They write little
in a different
comments, and then we're able to see their comments.
All right.
So let me
So
get on
while
here.
people,
Yes.
I was going to say, while people are joining us, if they can join. I mean, we did not give you very much notice. We gave you about an hour's notice, so a couple hours. So while we're waiting for some to join, we thought we would talk a little bit tonight about sort of the latest news of the hour, which is the latest gossip, because we have a new announcement that we have a date for Sanditon Season 2 when it will air in March.
Yes.
So it's exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting that it's coming. We're anxious to see what in the world they're going to do with this new story.
How are they going to salvage it?
Well, yes.
In my opinion.
Yes. And we have seen a few pictures of, the characters around the town in the new season.
Potential love prospects.
We've seen that as well. And I've read some news today that Charlotte is now going to be a governess to some young woman. And I have to admit, I was a little shocked.
Yes.
Because if you think about Jane Austen's heroines, they are gentlemen's daughters.
Yes.
They are not governesses. They have governesses.
Yes.
A governess, someone who is too poor to be on their own, they have to work for their living, right? And it's a little bit degrading. Some have said it's degrading, some have said it's not, but we can discuss. I think it is a little degrading because as a gentleman's daughter, if you want to interject, go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Yes, as a gentleman's daughter, please, someone come and comment on this. Otherwise, I'll be talking all night. You don't want to hear that. Noelle's going to be pinching me under the table like usual. Now.
Oh, Steph!
Lance is joining. Hello.
Wave to her.
Wave to her.
It says
Press the
wave.
button. There we waved.
Hello,
There.
Steph.
All right. Steph, if you have any comments, please join in.
We
Let
just
us know.
started talking, Steph, about the news that
Charlotte is going to be a governess. And someone else has joined us at home, Denise.
Yes.
Hello, Denise. Wave to her.
I waved
It's a
to
button.
her.
Wave.
Yes.
All right, we've waved.
We're new at this,
Flip
so-
our fan at you.
Please tell us if you see us.
Yes.
Can they see us?
Well,
See,
they've
it
joined.
says
They must see
joined.
us.
Can you hear us?
All right. If it all goes to nothing, then we shall know, and we should
Yes.
fix it for next week.
But what we were talking about is that Charlotte, they have just announced, people have seen that she's going to be a governess.
we got a thumbs
Okay,
up.
good.
We got a thumbs
Good.
up.
She's
Right.
going to be a governess.
Yes.
And we were giving our thoughts on
Yes.
this. And Angela.
And it is amongst the Sanditon sisterhood and brotherhood, whatever. There is some discrepancy in how we feel. Like, do we think this is okay, or are we shocked at this and we're not like this? I don't particularly like this because if you look at Jane Austen's characters, her main characters, her heroines, they are not working for their living, right? They are ladies. They're gentlemen's daughters. Even though in Pride and Prejudice, clearly the Bennets don't have a lot of money. We know this. They don't have any dowry. They've got nothing. Mm-hmm. They're not working for a living.
Right.
Still. They're still above that, right?
Gloria. But
She's
are you just saying that you don't like it because that's not what Jane would do?
I'm just shocked
Jane
that they would...
You're just shocked that
I'm shocked that they would reduce
veered off
her.
again.
That they would reduce her in status. Because this is a demotion of a gentleman's daughter to now I'm a little governess working for a living, taking orders from someone.
Matty, if you've just joined, we are talking about the news that in the new season, Charlotte is going to be a governess.
Yes.
Now, Angelique does not like this.
No.
She thinks it is beneath her.
Yes.
And beneath an Austen heroine. Now, my whole idea here, look at this. I look like I've got a...
You've got a flounce, dear.
Let me move in.
I need a lace tucker, but...
This is one of my makeshift dresses, which we shall tell you more.
We'll reveal later.
We shall tell you more
Yes.
about costume. Well, yes, why not? We'll
We'll reveal it
costumes
tonight.
at the end of the
Yes,
night.
why not?
My whole idea is...
And we're not going to be on here very long. For those of you who are like, oh, they're going to be talking for 2 hours, so I've got to leave.
We could. We shan't.
We won't bore you that much.
my whole thing is maybe they had to do that because they thought, well, how else are we going to get her out of pokey old whatever town, Willingdon?
How are we going to get her back to Sanditon?
Right. The last show showed she's just going back home. So how's she ever going to find a man if she just sits on the farm? So
I'll tell you how. Listen, we know this. All of Jane's stories, not all, but most of them, have main characters, Elizabeth, Lydia, they go away with a friend or a relative to be out in society.
Yes.
In Sense and Sensibility, the two girls accompany Miss Jennings to London. Her mother doesn't go. They go with someone, right? Lizzie goes with Aunt and Uncle Gardner.
So why
Lydia
didn't they
goes
do that?
with her friend.
Why didn't they just
Even
say that?
Catherine Morland from Northanger Abbey. She
Right.
goes with her, wealthy Mrs. Oh, what are their names? I've forgotten it right now.
Why didn't they just have Tom and his family go to London and invite Charlotte to go?
And I don't think it's going to be in London. Does anyone know? Is it all going to take place in Sanditon?
We want you to chime in.
Will it be in London?
Tell us what you think. Make a comment.
I'm waving.
Wave to them. Yes, wave.
There, we
dear.
see you.
Now, do you think it's okay that Charlotte's a governess?
Yes,
Do you
what do
not
you
like the fact that she's a governess? Do you think that they should have placed it back in Sanditon? I think they should have got out of there for a little bit.
Well, it's
I
a
think they
little
should have gone to
awkward.
London. Yes, that's
with
where her
Sidney's
first
family. I don't
her
know.
love is. Where her love was.
Yes.
Everything's going to remind us of Sidney.
Yes. For pity's sake, she's going to look at the ocean.
Look at the ocean and
she's going to imagine him rise. Oh, how can anyone?
we all will.
How can anyone forget?
Yes, exactly.
And we weren't even there, live in person. She
Right.
was. How could she forget?
Well,
Yes, that's difficult.
We actually look no to being a governess. Gloria says.
I agree with
She's
Gloria.
on your side.
She shouldn't have been a governess. She's a gentleman's daughter. It doesn't matter that she lives on a
agree.
farm.
I agree.
She's not going to go out and work for a living
How
and take
would-
orders from someone else.
Yeah, how would Sidney feel if? Well, we know he's not coming back. But how would Sidney feel if he came back? First, he thought her a maid. Now she really is a governess. No to being a governess.
Yes,
exactly.
I don't think that's what they should have done. I don't agree with the direction. However, I'm trying to keep an open mind, although this is all very vexing, as Mrs. Bennett would say.
Yes.
It's very hard to keep an open mind.
Yes, it is.
Because
honestly,
Pam. Hello, Pam.
Hello, Pam.
Thank you for joining us.
I don't see how they're going to do any of it, though. I don't see how they're going to put her back in Sanditon. I don't see how they're going to. What are they going to say about Sidney?
I know.
If she's, they've showed
Georgiana's going to be a main part.
They've showed she's going to be with Georgiana. What are they going to say? Oh,
We're going to have to wait and see.
they're going to. They should have
Look,
pulled them off.
Look, that's hello, Pam. Hi. Listen, and we have been
Once
torn.
again, they should have.
We have
given
been
the
torn.
axe.
Listen, we have been torn about this. We've talked about this. Should they have given it the axe if they knew that Sidney wasn't coming back? Should they have recast him? At first, I said no one could play Sidney like Theo, but I wanted the story.
I would have rather had the love story. I guess.
Agree. I think I wanted the story of Charlotte and Sidney because that was what Sanditon was.
I agree.
It was Sidlet. Everyone was tweeting and hashtag Sidlet.
Now,
Sidlet.
listen, we don't want to talk too
I know,
much
I'm
about what
sorry.
we're going to talk about in our live
You're
next
right.
week. We
You're
are
right.
going to go into this about our feelings. Look at perhaps her family fell on hard times when she needed to work. That's true.
That's something we
Gloria.
have not considered.
Very good. Hurrah for you, dear.
Yes, that is a
so
good
maybe
point.
that's going to be part of the plot.
Maybe I shall have
She's
to-
going to have to go to work.
Maybe I shall have to eat my words come March 2022.
That's right. You might. That's very true.
You're right.
She
Yes.
has a point there. Maybe that's
Yes.
part of the plot.
That she had
Because
to work
why
for
else
a
would she
living.
go to be a governess for the heck of it? Gloria, you've hit the nail
you
on the
might
head,
be
dear.
right. If you're-
Is she a governess for Tom and Mary? Now, I asked you that.
I don't. Well,
And you
that
said
was
no.
not mentioned. It was mentioned that she was a governess with some new character. They showed her. I don't have my. Well, I'm on my iPad, so I can't look up the picture. But it was a young woman. I think they said she was 17. They said her name. She had really long hair again. All the hair is down. This is going to drive more people crazy. But there's hair blowing in the breeze.
We do not think that she is governess for Tom and Mary because they have showed a picture of a girl.
Yes.
And then why would she? Why make her a governess for a girl that's almost the same age as her?
Yes, it's a little
that
odd.
looks silly too.
Yeah. She's
You know.
a little. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
Look
she's
at
a little
this.
young.
Pam says I don't understand a 17-year-old needing a governess.
And that's
exactly.
true. That's about the age when they stop needing a governess and they go off to be married, right? She's
This is
it's
all
a bit
wrong.
Like, oh no!
No, I'm just so upset. Oh dear, I'm upset again now. You
Now
see?
listen, I want to hear more from our viewers. I love seeing these little comments.
No to the governess, Matty says.
Matty Gigi Knight.
Yes.
She says he, she,
We
whoever
are
you are, the couple.
We are in agreement.
No,
we are in
I
agreement.
agree.
Now listen, folks.
Nothing.
Tell us,
No to the
tell
no
us
to
where you
governess.
are. What states are you in? Is it 8:36 your time where you are?
Yes, are you on the West Coast or the East Coast?
Tell us.
We had several. Yes, we
Yes.
had several of our fans or friends We had someone from Finland, someone from England, the UK,
and
they were saying
Ohio.
Hello, that said they couldn't be at our next live because it's the middle of the night.
Yes.
For those those friends in Europe,
it's tough. It's tough.
It's
to
hard
find
when you
time,
when you have
especially
little
when you have children.
Yes,
and
North
traffic.
Carolina.
North Carolina, yay!
Yes.
And I had another question for the ladies, and now I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
Dear.
Oh dear. That's right. I was going to tell you. Massachusetts. Hello,
I've been there.
From Massachusetts.
Yes.
I was going to tell you why we were even here tonight.
Yes. Yes.
We did not. We live an hour away from each other.
Yes.
We did not get together just for our trial run on Insta. We
only.
got together because we are filming tonight. Oh, yes.
What do we do? Should we tell them what we're doing?
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
There's going to be a new installment. Now,
Yes.
It's going to be called Love It or Leave It.
Yes.
And what we're going to do on our next video...
I keep cutting you off.
You go. Would you like me to speak, dear? Would you like the floor?
I wish I had the floor. Listen, I've been speaking the whole time. Go ahead.
Perhaps she's a companion to the young lady.
Now that would... Although if anyone knows Charlotte, I don't think she's a very trustworthy companion. Look what happened to Georgiana the last season.
Everybody has used the word governess.
Yes, they've said governess.
But yes, I could see even that would have worked better. Even that would have worked better.
As a companion.
She's a companion for a rich someone,
yes.
you know.
That could work.
Or a chaperone or something.
Again, I wouldn't trust her. Wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. She'd leave a companion at a heartbeat. She'd meet that young man and come riding up, and she's gone.
Well, as I say, I think that they should have gotten them out of Sanditon for a while, not to pour lemon juice on our wounds, taken us to London, given us some change of scenery, some different things, some theatre, some balls, you know.
And perhaps they will. There's 2 seasons.
Oh, and you did say that there's going to be, did you ladies hear there's going to be the officers?
Yes,
the officers are back.
I have okay, now, this is what I've heard. 1 or 2, I believe at least 1 of her new prospective husbands or beaux, whatever you will, is going to be in a red coat in the militia. Now, I haven't seen the character. I don't know what he's going to be like. I'm sure if they plan him as a potential love interest for Charlotte, he'll be fine.
Yes.
However, let's remember, Jane Austen did not
paint a very pretty picture.
No, she did not give her readers a very favorable opinion of officers. Do you recall Lydia running away with the officers? They're the rakes. Exactly.
They're rakes. But there was one.
Wickham was
Colonel
no
Brandon. He used to be an officer,
That's true,
right?
but he's not But back in the day, perhaps he sowed his wild oats. I don't know.
Yes.
He was an upstanding young man, an older man at that point.
What do you people think about them being officers back, and one of the prospects being an officer?
Remember the other officer from Northanger Abbey, Colonel Tilney?
Yes.
Henry Tilney's brother?
Yes.
He was a terrible
Another rake.
Seduced her best friend and then left her.
Exactly. I can't help it because Jane has conditioned us to think
they're sort of flighty, like sow their wild oats.
You go and have fun with an officer, but you don't marry them.
You know, it's sort of the thing where you think of if the young man of the house can't figure out what his profession's going to be, or if he doesn't have a profession, or if he's just too idle for his own good, and go and join the militia. I can't think of anything else to do. I'll go and join the militia. You know, like Wickham. He had nothing else to do. He had no profession. He didn't want to do anything.
Did you all hear this? Did you hear that there were going to be officers, and one of her potential, maybe, partners might be an officer?
I don't know.
What do you think of that? Do you think that is by the book, as Jane would have had it?
Everything is. I think everything is just going off in a different direction from Jane.
Yes.
Yes to what? Wait. Yes. Wait. Yes, you like the militia coming, or yes, you think that it's not what Jane would have done.
Pam, tell us. Yes, you like the militia.
Pam, tell us.
Spice things up a bit, perhaps, or
yeah, that's true.
Yes, you think that it is incorrect.
Perhaps
the officers.
Perhaps Charlotte is ready for a little fun.
Maybe she's ready to keep her
No.
Oh,
Matty says no. Matty,
a yes
Gigi.
from Pam and a no from Matty.
And please, ladies, clarify. What do you mean? And Judy has
Judy
joined.
Just joined. Wave to Judy.
We need to tell Judy.
Hello, Judy.
We're talking about militia in Sanditon. We do not
in the new season. There are going to be militia. Perhaps it's going to be like Pride and Prejudice. Charlotte in a relationship with military man and another Darcy. Oh, in other words, yeah, maybe they'll have the guy that she doesn't end up be the military man who's a rake. I love that, Gloria. Gloria, you should take my job here.
I like that.
Pam, I don't know.
Yes.
The whole story is going to be different.
Yes, it's not. And many of you.
Hello, Judy.
Hello, Judy. And many of the viewers of Sanditon have said, it's just not Sanditon for me.
No,
I'll watch
the red
it.
Coat.
It's yes, and you know they said I'll watch it, but it's not Sanditon. It's going to be. I'm going to look at it like a new period drama, and I feel like that's how I'm going to look at it because for me, Charlotte was with Sidney, and that's how it was going to be.
I can't even look at it as a continuation.
No, because Because to me, again, I just keep saying, it's like Lizzie didn't end up with Darcy and went off and found some new man. She'll get over him.
Pam says yes, she had heard about it. Yes, and
Yes.
Judy says
she heard about it.
It's a new story.
Yes,
exactly.
it's like a new story.
That's
and
how we
you know
have to
what?
treat
We're
it.
going to have to treat it like a new story. We'll appreciate it for what it is.
We can always pull out our print up picture of Sidney.
We can have him be our viewing party.
Yes.
Yes, and Pam
I
says
want the beach and the cliff walks.
and it'll be beautiful.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be lovely.
Yes.
Look, you know what I'm looking forward to in this season? I want more romance and less fighting. I want more fun and flirtatious behavior between her and her love prospects. I want
hopefully
more,
things
more
will
fun.
turn out and not
more
so much
fun.
awfulness with
Yes.
Tom and his dealings and
Well, that's another thing. Several people, I can't speak tonight. I'm so excited. Several people have said, what in the world is Tom going to do with Sanditon now that he's in charge again? Is anyone else going to be in charge? What's he going to do without Sidney?
Right.
Sidney sort of was grounding him and sort of kept him, on the straight and narrow if he could.
I'm not fanning to Tom, in case you're wondering.
No.
I'm not fanning because of Tom.
It's
It's
his
bloody
blood
important here. Grandmom keeps it quite warm in her house.
We
love
meet.
Charlotte.
We
I
meet. We're
hope
not.
she
Yes,
finds
we're
her
at Grandma's
happily ever
house.
after Pam says yes.
Yes,
I just hope
yes.
that something mentions Sidney and what is going on with him since we can't have Sidlet.
Yes, that we're told what happened with Sidney, so that we're not just not left.
Yes, Gloria.
Well, he just fell off the face of the earth. Yeah, they're going to need to get us out of it.
Give us something. Now, listen, I have to go back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Because I think I ended mid-sentence. Now,
I'm sorry.
We got together tonight.
Oh, yes.
Not to just have a dry run here, but we are filming tonight.
Yes.
As soon as we get off of here, we are
remember
filming,
this.
and it's going to be called Love It or Leave It.
Yes.
We are going to take you through each of the deleted scenes. We're going to show
I
them.
think there are 7 or 8.
I think
8.
We're going to show
deleted
each
scenes.
deleted scene in our video, and then we're going to talk about should we have kept it or not, love it or leave it. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yes.
I think you guys are going to like it.
Yes.
Because I'm kind of split right down the
Yes.
middle. I
Yes.
love some. I think they should have kept them, and then
Some of them,
I didn't like some.
I'm glad they
Some.
cut them. Yeah, I think they did.
Judy
that, yes.
says Sidney is shipwrecked. Yes.
Perhaps.
I think that they should
Look,
help Sidney get typhoid or something.
I said this in our last episode when we said, the news about Sanditon, and we said, should we have kept him in? Should we have taken him out? And I said in my heart, I don't want to kill him off, but I think he should be killed off because I can't bear the thought of him being in the world and her being in the world and them not being together.
Yes.
And him being with another woman.
I like the idea of a shipwreck on his honeymoon.
Yes.
Gloria says, Gloria, you should write for this episode. I
do
love
like
your
that.
ideas. I like
Yes.
that. That'd serve
An
them
old
right.
champion. It'll serve her right.
Oh, now stop. Now let's not be mean. Maybe she
I'm
loves
not being
him.
mean
Maybe
to.
she loves
I'm
him.
not being mean to the real woman, the actual woman. I'm talking about the
But now think about
character.
it. Was Campion really bad?
Yes.
How was she bad?
Look, she was very wrong in what she did, and I never heard an apology.
Amen, Gloria.
I never heard an apology for saying, Sidney, I was wrong all those years ago. I should never have left you. She certainly said, I'm here for you, Sidney, and I've got my eye on you. And Sidney, fate has given us a second chance. Nothing about, here I am on bended knee. I should never have given you up. I'm so
but she's
sorry.
also the lady. It's a lady's prerogative to change her mind,
Oh,
isn't it?
please.
And all that.
Well,
it's not like she was
as-
directly mean to Charlotte, or was she?
Yes, she was. She's playing with the children. Miss Haley.
Yes.
She
She
was a
definitely
little.
looked down her nose
And
at
she
her.
said, "You need to find a boy from your own village."
She saw her as competition.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
You're right.
please.
I knew I didn't like
Oh,
her.
yes, she saw her as competition. Of course she did.
I'm
And
trying to be nice here.
well, anyway.
What about all of you? Are you all still heartbroken over Sidney like we are?
Yes,
she
there-
was mean to her. Yes, she was.
Listen, there are plenty of viewers.
Are
who-
you heartbroken, or are you some of the people that are like, good riddance, Sidney was a rake anyway?
Let's get on
because
with
there's
the new
also,
character.
There's also two
Yes.
camps on that.
Yes.
There's the pro-Sidney camp and the camp that never wanted Sidney
Move
in the
on.
first place.
Yes.
We're
Pam,
pro-Sidney.
hold on, before this disappears, Pam says, I'm hoping he shows up in the last episode and professes his love and apologizes, and Charlotte turns him down.
Oh, Pam!
Listen,
Oh,
I had
Pam!
thought, wouldn't it be fantastic if he comes in the last episode and says, Charlotte, I'm back, I couldn't do it, I couldn't get married, and he's with her, and
That's what I want. Oh, Pam wants Charlotte to
Pam
turn
is
him down.
laughing. I think she's laughing.
Oh,
It's still pretty sad.
At home,
yes.
Denise says it is sad.
Yes.
I'm
Theo loves
I don't
Ruth
know how we're
Kearney.
gonna
Play
get
Miss
over it.
The
lovely Ruth
the
Kearney,
lovely
yes.
Ruth Kearney play. Yes, and I
Yes.
have nothing. Thank you for reminding me of
Yes.
her name. I simply forgot
Yes.
it. Convenient
Yes.
Freudian
Yes.
slip.
Yes.
Ruth Kearney is wonderful. I have nothing against her.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, we're not the type of people who are going to go and berate an actual live person here for their life choices or for anything they do with their private life.
He's out pushing a stroller and people are mad at him.
Oh, come on. He's just a man with a child and a wife, and who knows? No one knows him, and we can't judge him. We just
Pam said, I'm kidding.
Yes. He was, yes.
He
and look,
checked out when he was no longer
Stringer can't be in it because it's been like 2 years. They're busy.
Listen,
They're doing other things.
I've said it once, and I'll say
No
it
one's
for the
hating
final
on Stringer.
time. For the final time. I'm sorry, but I wanted a. We petitioned. We wrote every day. We vlogged.
But we wrote for Sidlet.
For Sidlet's Happily Ever After. Now, I was upset that we didn't get it, so I just wanted them to just end it. Just leave it. And at least I could have thought in my head that they'll get together. Or kill them off and,
The actors have to eat, and she's right. They can't just sit around for 2 years waiting for it to possibly be renewed.
That's true.
They had to go out and get other work.
Yep.
Of course.
Yep,
Yes.
yep, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, he probably shouldn't have said that. I'm happy with the way it ended. However, if you recall, Noelle and I were talking about this last week. We really love all British shows, TV shows, period drama, if they take place in modern day, all the crime drama. They have a lot of crime drama.
Yes.
British television and British movies, honestly, I just feel like they're just a cut above. They're like really good actors.
95%
really good
of what I watch is PBS.
Yes, they're really, really like meaty, like wonderful stories. And a lot of them do kind of have like unhappiness in them or some tragic ending or like, oh my gosh, like he didn't end up with his wife.
They like their tears.
I think they do, and it's really dramatic and I kind of
like it. You
I
don't.
can see that.
You're real big on your happily ever after.
Yes, I watch them and I say, oh, why did they have to end it like that? I should have never even watched it. But
I'm like, ooh, that was great. That was so real life.
Yeah, like Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Like tragic. A lot of people like that, and I love Wuthering Heights, but it kills me
that they're not together.
Yeah. But anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway,
we're going to get to our filming.
Yes.
We're going to film, and we will post it after we get it filmed. Then, next Friday, right?
Yes, next Friday. We will be on time. My barouche got stuck in a lot of traffic tonight. Couldn't get anywhere.
There's no traffic next week.
I shall leave early. Yes.
That's when we're going to do our live. We've got so much to share with you.
And we want you to be thinking of questions. We love you, Judy. We want you to be thinking of questions you may have about, like, what about this? Like we always kind of ask you, what about this part, or what about this, or think about that. If you have anything you want to say, or questions
you want to dish about the show. You want to ask about our costumes. You want to ask about our background. Anything.
Yeah. And should we show them our costumes? Look, all right, okay. So because we're only ever seen from the waist up or the Empire waist up, Draymond, hello. We're friends on Facebook. All right.
Yes.
If you have seen us in our videos, we're really only ever seen from like the waist up or the Empire waist up. We don't have dresses because it's very hard to find dresses.
That's not altogether true.
Some of them.
Have some dresses.
We have some, but not all of them.
Love you.
Pam, we love you. Dre, we've missed you. I'm sorry. You just got on. You've missed everything. We're about to be gone.
We'll stay on a few more extra minutes for Dre.
Listen, I just want to show you. Here's what we have on tonight.
Angelique's
All right, so I've got my good old Lululemon sweats here. Sweats, and then I've got a little blouse that I found at the Goodwill for $3.
$3.
And I thought, oh, look at these adorable little sleeves. See, the cutest things. And I thought, I just put a little...
Just fix this.
I just put a little high waist, and then from here, it looks like a beautiful Jane Austen gown, doesn't it?
Nice to see you.
And Noelle,
she
does have a dress.
This
it's
is
a vintage, an actual vintage dress. Another thrift store find.
Yes, we do everything.
But we just belted it up.
Goodwill working it. That's right. This is from the Goodwill, $5.99.
Yes.
We put a ribbon on it, and voila.
Yes.
I
would say that's the majority of our clothes.
That's the majority.
But we do have a lot of vintage pieces.
Yes.
That we have also found from thrift stores.
A big one is nightgowns.
Vintage nightgowns
and the vintage nightgowns.
They were beautiful.
Brands? Olga and different ones. They're kind of that silky material
of nylon.
Kind of. They're often high waisted already,
and then they have like little bits of lace or frilly sleeves,
and they come right to the floor or to the ankle.
They're long,
so they're perfect.
Ribbons, ribbons, everything in the hair, around the gown, everywhere. Put a ribbon on it.
That's
Hashtag,
right.
I love it. That's what we do.
What
for
else
like
did
every
you
single
always talk about that you always use? Lace collars. Look, we don't even have. We were in such a rush. We didn't even put on earrings. We
didn't put on any earrings, any jewelry, nothing. I have one antique piece of lace that is a lace collar that my mother picked up in England when we were there. And I wear it over like everything. And immediately it becomes a period costume because you just put that lace, and you've seen it in lots of my costumes. It
can
goes
find it
over
on
ball
Etsy.
gowns.
What
it
do
goes
you
over,
put? What do you type
if
in?
you look
Lace
at
collar?
lace collar. You can find
We've
lots of them on
reversed it.
Etsy.
We've used it this way. We reversed it.
Front,
Use it this way.
back.
Tuck it in like the lace tucker.
Tuck it
They
in
always
like a lace
talk
tucker,
about.
yeah.
Get yourself a lace collar if you want.
Yes,
Good.
and you should all dress up, and then you can post pictures to our
our live.
Send us pictures to either our Facebook page or. Can you post pictures
Can you
on
post
live?
pictures
I don't
on
know.
here?
I know nothing about
There with a
it.
sense of humor, which is always attractive. Oh, thank you, Judy.
Yes, Pearls, next time.
We want to see pictures of
Yes, if you guys dress up, because we're going to be having tea.
Oh, next time we're going to be
next
dressed.
week.
We're going to be dressed
having
to the
tea
hilt.
while we do our live, right?
Yes.
We're going to have tea and
We
we're going to be
expected
dressed
this
up.
to be 3 minutes, so I didn't expect
know.
to talk so
Sorry.
long.
And
Sorry,
people keep
probably
joining
talked
us.
Your head off. Oh dear, I hate to get off when people just join. But
let me just recap.
next time
we
dress up. We really do. We want you to pour yourself a cup of tea. And yes, take pictures. And
yes,
even
take
if,
pictures.
Even if they can't
It'll
post
be
pictures
so
on
fun.
here, they can send us pictures and we'll put them on our Facebook page.
Yes, we'll put them in an album.
We'll show our
virtual
Sanditon
tea party. Yes.
We'll make a whole album. Oh, it'll be so
You and I should form a musical club.
At your house.
At your house or ours. Sorry, that's from
Okay, wait,
Emma.
don't tell them. What's it from?
Oh, I said it.
I was going to ask them what it was from.
Are you ladies attending Sanditon? You have jumped
Gloria.
the gun, Gloria. We were going to discuss this next week.
Oh, let's just discuss it.
I don't know, but I want to. We're thinking about it.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe. I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm really kidding on that. No, we want to
But
go.
how fun would that be?
Oh my gosh.
It depends. Look, we have children in school. We each have 2 children that are in school.
Are you
so
going?
That depends.
Gloria, are you going? Dre, are
Dre
you
got
going?
it.
Judy,
Emma.
come on. Are you guys
Gloria's
going?
going.
Was Dre right? Did
Yeah,
you say
Emma. Gloria's going. Oh, Gloria.
Oh, you look out you.
I know. I really want to go. I mean, how could we not go? We could go and we could document it. We could
Oh
film.
my gosh, I'd film the whole thing. We do.
We'd get gowns. We could wear our gowns.
We need a sponsor. Do you know what we're thinking of doing next?
We should
I
go.
am trying to talk Angelique into this. I want you guys, not likely, Judy says.
Oh,
It's not likely for us either, but
No, Pam,
no.
no.
We really want to.
Bucket list. Yes.
Yes, yes. Life is short.
I
Take the
know.
trip.
I know.
Oh,
It's kind of a once in a lifetime thing.
we really want to.
I wish they had had us as guest speakers.
Yes.
No one asked us to be a guest appearance.
Yes.
Oh,
In fact, Angelique and I, after we get through our next video and our live, I told Angelique, now listen, we are going
We're
down
on the East Coast.
to PBS station in
Yes.
Atlanta.
We're in Georgia.
We're in Georgia.
We're near Atlanta.
Near Atlanta.
Don't
We're
come and
gonna
murder us if you don't like anything we say.
We're going to go knock on the door. I'm going to say,
Hi, Miss
listen,
Karen.
listen, you need us. PBS, you need us for your...
Do you know-
what are those drives they always do?
Pledge
Those fundraising drives.
Even like
The
I've seen
people they
commercial-
put on there are
my goodness.
worse than boring.
They're just so like dull. They're just not full of life.
Hello,
They're
Miss
just
Karen.
so dull. And if we were on there, I guarantee you they would get lots of pledges.
I think so too. And we want to review everything because not only do we haven't told you this, but not only do we like Regency period, we like Victorian, we like
Yes.
Edwardian, we
Yes.
like all of it.
We
can do it all.
Tudor. I have a Tudor gown.
Oh, we got Tudor gowns, we've got everything.
Yes.
We are huge Anglophiles, and so every period we have I think we told you all this. We did homeschool. Our mother, look at Winston. Say,
Yeah.
okay, Mission
Viejo.
Viejo.
We're from California.
We're from California.
We grew up in Moraga.
Moraga. Judy, do you know?
Near
Have you heard
Oakland.
of Moraga? That's where we grew up our whole
Yeah.
lives. And so anyway, we just think
Northern
that they
California.
need a little life on
That's
PBS.
what I think.
And
We
want
would
to-
have so much
We want to
fun.
review all the shows. Like what could we review? The Duke.
Duke and Miss Scarlet. Miss
You
Scarlet
guys
and the
like
Duke.
that one, Miss Scarlet and the
Oh,
Duke?
I have a black velvet coat that would be
Damn,
a black velvet coat that would be perfect for that.
that you just found at the Goodwill.
Mhm. For $3.
Well, hopefully, yeah, if we got hired by PBS,
No,
they would
we'd have
actually
real
give us
costumes.
costumes.
Yes, well.
Not just ones from the Goodwill, dear.
I
But, there are so many
Yes.
that I would love to chime in on. Poldark, we could have
Yes, we
done
could have done
Poldark.
that. What else
You know.
is coming? I know that the Duke and Miss Scarlet and the Duke is coming. There's
Wait a
something
minute,
else coming.
love
All
the Duke and Miss
Creatures.
Scarlet.
I would love to review All Creatures. I love
Do
All
you guys
Creatures,
watch
great and
All
small.
Creatures? I love the Duke and Miss Scarlet too.
Yes.
We've watched it. Every
We've watched all
PBS
of
show.
them.
We've watched every
Yeah.
PBS show.
Yes.
I mean, there aren't any. Do you guys watch? What's the one I love on? You can
one
only
we
find
just
it on
started
YouTube.
watching?
You can only find it on YouTube.
Oh, Kath
Cookson.
They're so blurry. I can barely watch them.
But
But
they're
I have watched
wonderful
one.
stories. Do any of you
Uh-oh.
know of
Kath
Catherine Cookson?
Catherine Cookson or Kath
Yes.
Cookson?
No,
Catherine.
Cookson.
Catherine Cookson.
She wrote things. She wrote.
She wrote a
different-
bunch
what
of
are some of them.
There are a lot. What is it? The Glass Virgin?
Yeah, the Glass.
That
Virgin,
was amazing.
Time, something about time.
There are a lot of good ones. And you'll see a lot of
If you
like the
wanna
big
see
British
some
actors.
great-
Bates, Mr. Bates from Downton Abbey was the
Yes.
star in The Glass Virgin. And he
Yes.
was adorable. He was young.
Yes.
And, yes.
So anyway, if you're looking for something to watch, go on YouTube and search Catherine Cookson movies.
Yeah, they're good. While you
Have
wait.
you watched Dickensian?
While you wait. I love Dickensian. And yes, Tom Weston Jones. See, this is one of the reasons at home, Denise, why I'm not too thrilled about him, because he played the bad guy. So, copying Beethoven, we have not seen that.
Ooh,
we'll have to
I'll
look
have
it
to write
up.
that down.
Yes, but Tom Weston Jones played the bad guy in Dickensian.
Yes.
He played Compeyson.
Yes.
Who, like,
But-
ruined Miss Havisham. It was such a good... I loved that series. I was so sad when it was over.
But listen, now, in fact, remember you even wanted to say something about who's the guy
Yes! Ben Barnes! I had to get on and eat my words, because
Yes.
I said that Ben Barnes was too dark because he was playing that
You
evil
had just
character.
seen him
I had
in-
just seen him in Shadow and Bone, and he was so dark. He was like a bad
so
guy.
you naysayed him when
And I was
everybody
like,
was saying Ben
no,
Barnes
would be
for the
perfect
new-
for the
Yeah,
next love
yeah.
interest. And then I went back, and all my children wanted to watch The Chronicles of Narnia and Prince Caspian and The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, those Disney movies.
Yes.
And he is Prince Caspian. He was absolutely adorable. I was like, if I was 16, I would be like drooling right now. He was
Yes.
the most adorable, and I thought,
He's her number one now.
He could be
well,
perfect.
right under who was the guy?
Under Tom Bateman.
Tom Bateman. We still like Tom Bateman.
Yes,
but
he's
she
so
loves-
handsome. He would have been
she
perfect.
Loves, what's his name again? The guy you just said?
I
Ben
just said
Barnes.
Ben Barnes. Lord help me.
Yeah, he is. You know what I
Ben
watched
Barnes.
him in?
Man,
and I
he's
thought he was
handsome.
gorgeous, but it was a horrible
I know
show.
you told
What
me.
was it?
Dorian Gray.
Dorian Gray. Oh,
That's
dear.
a weird one.
That was awful.
But he is.
I fast forwarded most of it, but
And-
he was gorgeous.
Man, yes. He
So
really
yes,
is.
he would have done. He would have done
been-
nicely.
Look, I think these people were too big. They were too big. They were too big for their britches. No, they were big actors.
Yes.
And I think, well, we said a little bit about, we're going to have to talk about this later, but
We'll talk about this later.
we said a little bit how they got like the second best
Oh,
next
dear.
to Sidney from that movie he was in, Divergent.
Yes.
They got his like rival, like,
Now listen, maybe when we see it, and they're in there,
And Tom
they're
Weston
in their
Jones-
top hats and their
and
little
Tom,
cravats,
and I
their
said
little-
Tom Weston Jones was a little tiny bit part in Shadow and Bone too, next to Ben Barnes. So they got his second best
That's
too.
right.
I think
yeah.
they tried for Ben Barnes
All
and they
the
tried for
cast-offs.
everybody and they couldn't
No,
get them.
I shouldn't say that.
No,
but-
I'm sure they're wonderful. Look, Tom Weston Jones is a good actor, and he was good in that Dickensian. Did you ever watch that? I told you to watch
all
that.
British actors are
You
good
never saw, but
actors.
yes, he was
I
good.
did start
and he
Dickensian.
was
I
really
gotta get back.
charming. He was supposed to be like cuddling up to Miss Havisham.
Yes.
And she fell in love with him right quick, and
That's right. That's
yes,
right.
very steamy.
Well, we shall
But
see.
he was evil.
It's going to be exciting, I think.
It
It'll
will
be exciting.
And
I
like we
just-
said, we're going to have to look at it with new eyes
Yeah.
and just see it as a new story, and it'll be fun because we love any period drama or any British
That's
show.
what I
It'll be
wanted to
great.
say before we go. It just hit me. Did you all, first of all, do you all know that we also did reviews of Bridgerton? Did any of you watch
Yes!
Bridgerton?
Did you like Bridgerton
Did you
or
like
not?
it or did you not?
Because we got about a third of the amount of views on our Bridgerton videos as we did on Sanditon, and we thought
I'm not
people
saying
maybe...
we're not saying that we love. There are things we liked about it, and there are things we hated about it.
Yes.
But if you want to see costumes, watch our Bridgerton reviews because
We had really fun
so
costumes.
fun with our costumes. You know,
Yes.
for Austin, we try to stay. Even these
More-
are
well,
these are probably
these-
a little too much. But with Austin, we really do try to stay.
She loves Bridgerton.
Well,
did you see us? Did you
Did you
see
watch
our
all of our reviews?
And what did you think of our reviews of Bridgerton?
Anyway, we got
Some
to make
people
fun.
did not
we
want
went
to watch
heavy on
Bridgerton,
the
but-
jewels. We tried to dress more like them, which is a little.
It's like gaudy, like
It's-
Jane Austen
yeah.
on crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when we do our, Jane Austen stuff, we try to stay true to
Try to
Jane
be more
Austen.
true,
But
yes.
for Bridgerton, we had so much fun. So if you have not,
yes.
I didn't know that. Loved
Oh.
parts, skipped a lot
Yes,
of parts. We feel the same way.
One of our jokes in one of our videos at home, Denise, if you go and watch our reviews, is that we had like not Nintendo thumb, but like fast forward thumb from fast forwarding so much. Like everyone like, oh, skip this part. Skip
Pam
this part.
says she liked some of it too.
Yes.
Just how we felt, exactly. And she said, yes, you're amazing. How sweet. Yes, so
Thank
if you
you.
have not watched our Bridgerton reviews, watch them. They're filled with jokes. They're
Yeah.
funny. And the costumes are off the charts.
Yeah,
They're
you got
so
5
fun.
months until Sanditon airs, so
There you go. Go on and watch them. We have all of our rhinestones,
yes,
our jewels.
our costume jewels, yes.
Oh, she's reading the books.
Oh, Pam
now
is a
that,
true-
That I've
yes.
heard was great. I'd like to do that in my spare time.
And Dark and Lovely 49 just joined us. Hello, I'm sorry,
Hello.
we're almost about to get
Hello.
off.
I feel like we've
We're
talked
so happy.
people's heads off.
I think we have. We were only going to get on for like a minute, and then
I
all these
swear
people joined.
we were going to get on for 5
Yes,
minutes.
I said let's keep it short, 5 to 10.
It's
And all
been-
of you lovely fans and friends of ours, we feel like we're all friends with all of you.
Yes,
Um,
but we definitely.
thank you.
On the 20,
All
is it the
books prior to
29th?
movie, it was different. She said, let me read it. I
Oh.
had read all the books prior to the movie, and it was different, more intimate. Loved the costume. I have heard that the books were better, and a lot of things had more special moments.
Yes,
But yes,
we love the costumes too for fun. Now, would I say that they're always accurate?
Is there
No,
a
but
way
they
to
were
watch
fun.
this live later? Do we know?
I don't think
I don't
there
know
is.
anything about it.
I don't think there is. I think they
It
Because
goes away?
Yeah, because I've gone on to watch live Instagrams from other people and it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. Isn't that dumb?
Well, Facebook Live you can watch again.
You can't do it like that.
Well, then we
here,
should
though.
do a Facebook Live because that you can see again.
I don't think I've ever got on a Facebook Live.
I wonder if we should do a Facebook Live instead.
Let us know what's better, Facebook Live or Instagram
See,
Live.
Noelle said that everyone was doing Instagram Lives now.
They
Like
are.
that's the new thing. But
It's
I
the
do
wave
know
of
that
the future.
But I do know that Facebook Live you can watch later because I've done it. So I
You're
don't know, maybe
right.
that's better.
Wait.
Maybe that's better because then we can still interact with everyone and we can still talk. But then
Wait, I almost think she's right. I think there is a way to do. You can watch it later.
Well, we'll
did-
have to see.
We,
We
didn't
don't
cut-
know.
Whatever we should have done, we probably didn't do.
We
You
don't know
what I mean?
anything about this.
We don't know anything. We literally got on. We're like, "Where's the live button?" Okay, do we hit this? And then what happens? And
She's
then,
like, "Are we
sure,
live?
We're live."
testing. Yes.
But yeah, we've got tons of great stuff to talk about on the 29th. It is the 29th, correct?
the 29th, Friday night,
Friday night.
8 p.m.
We want
Eastern.
to see you dressed in
It'll be
costume.
5 p.m. on the
Don your
on the West
empire
Coast.
waist.
Yes.
Get
Get
your
in your
cup of
costume.
tea.
Make your tea. We're going
Write
to
down
have
notes. Write
we're
notes
going
about
to
what you want
have
to talk
we're going
about.
to have scones.
Zoom meeting with all your fans.
And that would be fun.
Now we
could
did
do
talk
that.
about that. We did talk.
We'd have
we
to
did talk
figure
about
out how to do
didn't
that.
you?
I did say we could have a Zoom with everyone and do a tea party.
Yes. Oh, you mean they could all get on too?
Yes, like at the same time, and we could see everyone, and we could all talk. Of course, there'd be a lot of talking, but I don't know.
That would be so fun.
That would be really,
How
really
would we
fun.
do that? Would we get all their email?
I think you have
their
to-
email addresses, and then you send them the invite.
I think you have to have their email address and send. Again, we're not that technically savvy,
But
so
my
we're
husband
learning.
does Zoom things.
He does Zoom,
with
yeah.
people, so he
Yeah,
can tell me.
the husband's all
What do
doing
you
for
think?
work.
Would you be up for a Zoom meeting?
Like a live Zoom tea party, or a Sister Sanditon party.
Yeah, an Austin
Party.
party.
That's
Yes,
a little
lovely.
party.
That would be so fun.
That would be really fun.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to hop
But we have
off.
lots of time. Yes.
We have to
do
film.
all of it.
We have to
Yes.
go film
We need to
our-
go film.
Oh, for those of you
those-
that didn't hear,
Yes.
should I recap?
Yes. Just quickly. No,
No, I can't recap everything, but I'll recap a little.
Just recap
we
what we're
we
going
got
to
together
do.
tonight because we're going to film a new episode of the Sister Sanditon, and it's going to go over all of the deleted scenes.
Yes.
From Sanditon, and
Yes.
it's called Love It or Leave It, and we're gonna say, did we love the scene?
Should it have been left
in,
in?
or leave it? Did it not? Did we not like it? Did it not
Yes.
add to it? So it's gonna be fun.
we haven't
we'll
talked
show
about this
each
yet.
scene, and then we'll talk about it.
They're short.
And that's what we're gonna film now. So we're going to go. We're going to clean ourselves up.
Put
Wipe
on
the
some
sweat
jewelry.
off our brow.
Yes, I was noticing. I'm quite shiny after all this
Put on
running
some
around,
jewelry.
running about in my barouche.
Yes, we've got sweatpants, as we said, underneath these dresses. So show them your sweats, dear. Yes, I've got the same on. But anyway,
All the costume secrets shall be revealed next week.
Yes,
We're gonna bring a lot of costumes
Yes.
and show you
We're gonna show you how to
some
do
of the
your
pieces
own.
that you can see. Oh, something like that you may have in your closet and you just don't know that you could turn it in
Yes.
to a Jane Austen gown.
Yes.
Yes. Anything
We'll
blousy, anything
We'll do
that you could
jewelry
just
ideas. We'll
ribbon.
do hair.
Yes, jewelry, hair.
We'll
Yes,
do all of it. So
And as you see, Noelle doesn't have that much to work with, but you know we put bows. And we put,
thank you, dear.
but what is there is lovely.
Yes.
She, what I mean is she doesn't have a lot of hair to like do an updo.
Right.
But a lot of, do you remember that one Pride and Prejudice?
Yes.
Where Mary had the short hair.
Mary had the short hair.
She had short hair, so it's not anachronistic, as
That's
our
right.
favorite word.
Some of them
it
did.
works. Some
Isn't
of them
that
did.
strange?
And someone else in Wives and Daughters. That
Yes.
other character in Wives and Daughters, the
Had
blonde
short
lady,
hair.
she had a man's haircut, a
Yep.
pixie, like a pixie cut.
Yep.
So it's done. But you know, she does little bobby pins, and she could do flowers, and we do rhinestoned
The
headbands.
a
The
lot.
headbands look
Yes.
really cute, and
Remember
that was
how
very.
they did the strips
Yes,
of like different.
it was Grecian. The Grecian stuff was very in.
because that's where they
That
got
was
the
in.
whole empire waist. It was the
Yes,
Grecian look, so therefore
exactly.
the hair was Grecian too. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, we could talk all night.
I know,
I could
it's
go
so
on
fun.
all night. All right, we hope you've had fun. We love you all.
Thank you for
We'll
joining
see you on
us.
the 29th. Let us know. Gloria says yes to Zoom meeting with the fans. So
We'll have to try to like.
could they message us on Facebook and give us their
I think
emails?
so. I think.
And then we could send out a
If you
group
want
email.
to be, yes, if you want to join a Zoom, we can do.
Battery
You
fully
can send
charged.
us off.
just
Just join. You can join.
Good night,
you
Gloria.
can send us your email,
Send
and
us
then
your
we
email.
can figure out how to do
we
it.
will
You know
send
what
out
we
a
can do?
group email to everyone to coordinate a date.
Yes, I was gonna say we could do like a poll or something for
Yeah.
like what
Yes,
are
a
the
poll.
top three dates or
dates
whatever.
and
Yes,
times.
yes.
Perfect. All right, we hope you've had fun. We've
Thanks,
had
Denise.
fun. We're going to go film. It'll be good. See you
Bye.
soon. Love you.
I
Bye.
don't know how to press stop.
Oh dear.
Hold on.
Oh,
Oh, there's an X.
dear.
I got it.
Okay. Are you
Are you sure you want to end? End now.
End now.